I never really gave much thought to how I cared for my body until I sat down with Dr. Emma Harris, a geriatric specialist with over 30 years of experience working with older adults. Her insights completely shifted my perspective on something most of us take for granted: personal hygiene. We all know the basics: showering, brushing our teeth, washing our hands. But as we age, our bodies need more than just the usual routines. We often overlook certain areas that, if neglected, can lead to serious health issues. And I'm not talking about the obvious things like heart disease or diabetes. I'm talking about something far simpler, but just as important: the way we clean our bodies. Take my friend Linda, for example. At 68, she's vibrant and loves to stay active. But she's also one of those people who thought she was doing everything right. Every morning, she'd shower, brush her teeth, and go about her day. But when I told her about a few overlooked areas in our hygiene routine, she was shocked, especially when it came to her feet. She had never given them much thought beyond the occasional lotion after a shower. But did she know that improper foot care, especially as we age, can lead to infections, nerve damage, and even chronic pain? The thought of Linda developing a foot infection terrified me. She's always been healthy, but something as simple as not drying between her toes properly could lead to a problem that could set her back for weeks. That's when I realized how crucial it is to focus on the details, the small habits that could make a world of difference. The truth is, we often overlook certain parts of our body, and it's especially common in older adults. Many people think that brushing their teeth and washing their face is enough, but there's so much more to it. Parts of our body, like the tongue, feet, and even armpits, require special attention. You might be thinking, well, that sounds simple enough. But neglecting these areas can lead to chronic inflammation, weakened immune systems, and yes, even infections can get worse over time. And that's not even the worst part. It can eventually affect your overall health, from your heart to your brain. So why is it that we don't pay attention to these seemingly small details? Maybe it's because we've always been told that as long as we follow the same routine we've used for years, everything will be fine. But as we age, our bodies become more sensitive, and our hygiene habits need to adapt. It's time to break the silence around these hidden dangers. The good news is, fixing this is simple. It just takes a few extra minutes a day. But the payoff could add years to your life. As I sat there with Linda, I couldn't help but think about how many people are probably in the same situation. We go about our daily hygiene routines, thinking we've got it all figured out. But in reality, there are key areas of our bodies that often go ignored or treated with less care than they deserve. And the consequences of neglecting them can be far more severe than we might expect. So, let's dive deeper into the 5 often overlooked parts of our bodies that we need to start paying more attention to, especially as we get older. The tongue, a hidden health danger. I never thought much about the tongue until Dr. Harris brought it up. It's something most of us forget to clean properly, thinking brushing our teeth is enough. But did you know that your tongue is like a breeding ground for bacteria? Yes, your tongue houses over 700 different types of microorganisms at any given time. And while some are harmless, many are not. If you don't clean your tongue, harmful bacteria can make their way into your bloodstream through tiny cuts or inflamed gums. This might sound alarming, but it's a reality that many older adults face. Poor tongue hygiene has been linked to serious conditions like heart disease, diabetes, complications, and respiratory infections. For Linda, this was a revelation. She had always brushed her teeth, but she never thought about her tongue. I suggested she start using a tongue scraper, a small tool that's easy to find at any drugstore. Just a few gentle strokes, a few times a day, could significantly reduce the bacterial load in her mouth. And the benefits are immediate: improved breath, stronger immunity, and even enhanced taste. These are the small wins that can make a huge difference to your quality of life. The feet, the foundation of your health. Now, let's talk about something even more basic, your feet. As we age, our feet often become an afterthought. We focus so much on our faces, our hair, and our hands that we forget about the part of our body that carries us through life. Our feet bear all of our weight, and they work hard every day, supporting us as we walk, stand, and move. But as Linda soon discovered, improper foot care can lead to some serious issues. For older adults, neglecting foot care can result in infections, nerve damage, and even life-altering conditions, such as diabetic complications. In fact, poor foot hygiene can impact circulation, balance, and mobility, making falls and chronic pain a real risk. The shocking part is how simple it is to take care of your feet, washing your feet properly every day, paying special attention to the spaces between your toes, and making sure they're thoroughly dried after every wash is the first step. Failing to do so can result in fungal infections, ingrown toenails, and even sores that won't heal, all of which can become serious health problems if left untreated. I could see Linda's eyes widen as I explained this to her. She had always just rinsed her feet in the shower, but after hearing about the potential dangers, she promised to be more careful. It didn't take long for her to notice the difference. Her feet felt stronger, and her balance improved. But more importantly, she knew that taking the time to care for her feet could prevent her from experiencing serious health issues down the road. The armpits, the immune system's undercover agent. When I mentioned the importance of cleaning the armpits thoroughly, Linda couldn't help but chuckle. We all know that armpits can get a little sweaty, but it's easy to overlook just how important they are when it comes to maintaining a healthy immune system. Your underarms are home to a network of lymph nodes, which play a crucial role in filtering toxins, draining waste, and fighting off infections. If you don't clean your armpits properly, you risk accumulating bacteria and dead skin cells, which can clog pores, cause rashes, and lead to unpleasant odors. Over time, this can weaken your immune system and leave you more vulnerable to illness. But here's the good news. Cleaning your armpits properly doesn't require much effort. It's as simple as using a mild soap and washing the area thoroughly every day. By doing so, you help your body detoxify more efficiently, reduce the risk of irritation, and keep your immune system functioning at its best. And as an added bonus, it will help you stay fresh and odor-free throughout the day. The nose, breathing clean, breathing easy. When we think about hygiene, we often focus on the outside of our bodies. But have you ever considered the inside? Your nose is another crucial area that needs attention. It's easy to forget about nasal hygiene, but keeping your nose clean can make a big difference in your health. Regularly clearing your nasal passages can help improve the quality of your breath, reduce congestion, and support your respiratory system. If you're dealing with allergies or even just the effects of aging, your nose might need a little extra care. For Linda, this meant making sure to use a saline spray or a neti pot to rinse her nasal passages from time to time. It sounds simple, but it can be incredibly effective. By keeping her sinuses clear, she found that she could breathe easier, sleep better, and even avoid frequent colds and sinus infections. Sometimes, it's the little things that make a huge difference. The belly button, the hidden breeding ground now. Here's one body part that most of us forget about completely: the belly button. It might seem insignificant, but your navel can accumulate bacteria, dead skin cells, and even sweat if not cleaned regularly. Over time, this can lead to a musty smell or, in worse cases, infections. Cleaning your belly button is as simple as using a cotton swab and gently wiping it with a mild soap solution during your shower. I'll admit, I had never really thought about my belly button until Dr. Harris brought it up, and neither had Linda. But after hearing about the potential for odor and bacteria buildup, she was quick to add it to her daily routine. She told me she was shocked to find that by simply cleaning this tiny area, she felt fresher and cleaner all over. It's one of those things that's so easy to overlook, but makes a real difference in how we feel. These small habits, when combined, can add years to your life and significantly improve your overall well-being. We often think of personal hygiene as a simple task, but as we age, our bodies need more care and attention. The good news is that making just a few changes to our daily routine can have a profound impact on our health. If you're ready to take charge of your health and start taking better care of your body, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss the upcoming tips and insights that can help you feel healthier, more energized, and live a longer, happier life. Let's stay on this journey together. Your body will thank you. As Linda and I continued our conversation, something struck me that I felt was important to share. The surprising truth that many people, especially older adults, simply don't realize the importance of cleaning certain parts of their bodies. Parts that most of us might think of as secondary or less important. For example, did you know that neglecting something as simple as your tongue could lead to serious health problems? It's not just about bad breath, but the potential for bacteria buildup that can affect your entire body. For Linda, this was a revelation. I could tell she was genuinely surprised to learn that improper tongue hygiene could be linked to heart disease, diabetes complications, and respiratory issues. She had no idea that just by not cleaning her tongue properly, she might have been unknowingly putting her health at risk. But it wasn't just her tongue that Linda hadn't thought much about. She was shocked when I explained the risks associated with feet care. 2. Feet, something we take for granted every day, can become a breeding ground for infections and other health problems. If we don't take the time to properly wash and dry them, and it wasn't just Linda, I bet many people out there are in the same boat, overlooking their feet, thinking a quick rinse in the shower is enough. Little did they know, this lack of attention can lead to serious complications, especially for older adults, including infections that can lead to hospital visits or even amputations in extreme cases. I also shared with Linda how people often overlook their armpits. Despite how crucial they are in our immune system, your armpits aren't just about odor. They are a hotspot for lymph nodes that help detoxify your body and fight off infections. But without proper hygiene, the buildup of sweat, bacteria, and dead skin cells can affect your immune function. Linda's eyes widened as I explained how this simple step, cleaning the armpits properly, could help maintain her immune health and prevent infections. It was clear that Linda was learning so much, and I could tell she was beginning to see personal hygiene in a whole new light. These simple, often ignored areas of our bodies play a crucial role in our overall health. And once we start paying more attention to them, the benefits can be truly life-changing. These are facts that many people don't even think about, and it's surprising how just a little extra care can make such a significant difference. As I continued talking with Linda, I could see a new light in her eyes, the kind that comes from realizing something simple could actually change your life. What truly amazed her wasn't just how overlooked areas like the tongue, feet, or armpits could hide health risks, but how easy it was to turn things around. I told her, Linda, these aren't just hygiene tips, they're health strategies. Real, practical ones. Take the immune system. For example, by simply cleaning your underarms thoroughly and regularly, you're helping your lymphatic system, your body's natural detox network, do its job more effectively. That means fewer toxins, fewer colds, and better resistance to infections. It's like giving your immune system a daily tune-up without ever stepping foot in a doctor's office. When we talked about feet care, Linda was surprised to learn that regular cleaning, moisturizing, and drying doesn't just prevent infections, it can also reduce chronic aches and stiffness. You mean my sore ankles could actually feel better just from washing properly? She asked. Absolutely. I smiled. Good circulation, fewer bacteria, and inflammation all come from basic care. And then there was longevity, yes. Longevity. Scientists have linked chronic inflammation and recurring infections to aging faster. But when you take small, consistent steps to care for your body, like keeping your nasal passages clean or removing oral bacteria, you reduce internal stress and inflammation. That can mean better sleep, better energy, and possibly even a longer, healthier life. The best part, as I explained to Linda, and I want you to hear this loud and clear, these hygiene tips aren't about turning your routine upside down. You don't need to spend hours in the bathroom, buy expensive products, or follow a complex regimen. In fact, they're some of the easiest changes you can make to improve your health, especially as we age. Take tongue cleaning. For example, all it takes is 30 seconds in the morning with a simple tongue scraper, something you can pick up at any pharmacy for a few dollars. It's not an extra step, just a better one to start your day with. Or your feet. No need for fancy foot soaks or massage devices. Just sit down for a few minutes. Wash them thoroughly with warm water and mild soap, and don't forget to dry between your toes. That tiny detail alone can prevent so many problems down the line. Cleaning under your arms. It's about being a little more intentional. Use a soft washcloth or exfoliating mitt a few times a week. That's it. For your nose. A quick rinse in the shower or a saline spray once a day can work wonders. And your belly button. Just a gentle swipe with a cotton swab during your regular routine. Linda smiled when she realized how little time these took. I can do that, she said, nodding. Exactly. These aren't drastic changes. They're tiny shifts, practical, doable, and incredibly effective. And if you start today, they might just be the easiest steps you'll ever take toward a stronger, healthier future. Linda didn't go to medical school, and you don't need to either to understand why these small hygiene habits matter so much. The truth is, behind each tip I've shared with you is a very real and very simple medical reason. And I want to break it down in a way that's easy to understand and even easier to act on. Take the tongue, for instance. When we don't clean it properly, bacteria collect on its surface, and not just the kind that causes bad breath. Some of these bacteria can actually enter the bloodstream through tiny cuts in the gums or inflamed tissue, especially common in older adults. This is called bacterial translocation, and it's been linked to more serious health issues like heart disease and complications with diabetes. Sounds scary. But the fix: a $3 tongue scraper and 2 minutes a day. Now think about your feet. As we age, circulation slows down. That means our lower extremities get less oxygen and healing nutrients, making them more prone to infections and sores. Diabetic neuropathy, a condition where nerve damage dulls pain sensation, can make it even worse because you might not feel that tiny cut or blister until it becomes something serious. But daily washing and inspection, that's your frontline defense. Even the underarms, with their sweat glands and lymph nodes, play a role in immune system health. Bacteria build up there. It can lead to inflammation, the body's silent enemy. Chronic inflammation has been connected to everything from joint pain to cognitive decline. By breaking these ideas down into plain language and pairing them with practical steps, people like Linda, and hopefully you, can take charge of your health in a way that feels natural, not overwhelming. The story of Linda reminds us that sometimes the most powerful changes in our health come not from expensive treatments or complicated routines, but from the small, overlooked habits we practice every day. Simple actions like cleaning your tongue, washing and drying your feet properly, or gently wiping your belly button can be life-changing, especially as we age. These aren't just hygiene tips. They're small steps that protect your immune system, reduce inflammation, and help you feel more energetic and confident. The message is clear. Taking care of your body in a thoughtful, complete way is an act of love for yourself and for the people who care about you. And the best part, it only takes a few minutes a day, just like Linda discovered. It's never too late to start a new habit that can help you feel better and live longer. If this story inspired you or taught you something new, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Senior Moments Matter for more life-changing tips. And we'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you had a similar experience? Do you have questions or tips of your own? Let's keep this conversation going. Your story might help someone else today.